That's how we sound check around here at Sequilibrium.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good, man. And so did you know that Friends cast members, the ladies, were in other bad movies from the 80s?
No. Do you know them
By
name?
Oh, yeah, I do. I want to give you the opportunity to guess at least one because there's one I know you won't get.
Okay.
You got to do the actress and the movie.
Actress in the movie. I'm gonna guess, and this is just a guess.
Yeah, there's no like consequence for getting it wrong, so it's okay.
Good. I'm gonna guess Jennifer Aniston.
That's Leprechaun. I'm talking about the other two. Like I said, no consequence, so you're fine.
I don't know. I couldn't even guess.
Courtney Cox was in Masters of the Universe.
Oh.
And Lisa Kudrow was in this movie. She's in the background of this movie called Time Chasers. And it's about this like fucking guy who creates this time traveling out of an airplane. And it's really fucking bad. And the only reason why I know it is because of MST3K. They did it. I couldn't even like think of the right words. They did an episode about it.
Huh.
Yeah. So welcome to Sequilibrium. My name's Mike.
Chad.
And today we are watching Leprechaun 2. And I'm very excited about this.
It's been
very, very, very excited.
20 years since I've seen this movie.
I was 12 years old and I saw it at my grandma's house. And there's only one scene I remember. And I'll wait to the movie for you to try to guess what scene that is.
Okay.
Okay.
I think.
Also, there's no consequence for getting that wrong.
So isn't this the one where he comes down the stairs at the beginning?
Zero idea.
No idea.
I only remember one particular scene.
Okay.
And that is literally it. I don't know how that fucking worked, but that's the only scene I remember.
And I could tell you about the first one scene for scene.
I could too. Even though I just watched it, I probably could have done that before.
Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the few that we've done that I haven't had to go back and watch. It's just fresh in my mind.
I love Leprechaun. I mean, the first movie, I've only seen 1 and 2, as we've previously stated to each other. And this is for everybody else. I have only seen 1 and 2. I know about Leprechaun in the Hood. It's got Ice-T in it. I know about Leprechaun in Space. There's a Leprechaun Origins movie that just came out, like one of those straight-to-DVD shits.
Yeah.
But I've never seen the other ones, no.
You know that's not Warwick Davis.
Oh, no. He stopped after... The one after Space, right? Yeah.
What was I
don't fuck. Like I said, I've never fucking seen them. And I mean the whole
Leprechaun goes hiking.
That's where all these fucking missing people are finally popping up. Like that guy German, the guy that went missing 40 years ago, they found at the Rocky Mountains.
Shit, you're onto something.
Probably because he stole the Leprechaun's gold.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
Dude, that'd be
movie
fucking nuts.
Where hikers keep dying left and right.
Leprechaun goes to the national parks.
Leprechaun shows up halfway through the film, blows your fucking mind.
No, he rides in on one of those fucking dogs that has the barrel of whiskey hanging around its neck. Because that's his thing. He loves riding in vehicles. In the first one, he rides that.
That little big wheel.
The big wheel thing.
Or no, the tricycle, right? No, what was it?
No, it was both. He did the big wheel. No, there was no tricycle. He did the big wheel. And he did roller skates.
Yeah,
when Jennifer Aniston was going to the hospital for the O'Grady guy.
And what else did he do, Mike?
He killed somebody with a pogo stick. That'll be one that I'll never be able to live down.
Yeah. For those that don't know, on the Child's Play 2 podcast, Mike said that in Child's Play 3, Chucky killed someone with
the CEO
by jumping on a pogo
stick. No,
yeah.
it's definitely It was definitely Leprechaun.
You had me thinking.
I know.
My brain was twisted for a second.
When I went back and listened to it, I was like, I had you going. You were like, that was my plan the whole time. I was just calling you out, see if you really watched the movie.
And it was Strangulation. Didn't I send you that?
Yeah. It was Strangulation.
A yo-yo.
Yeah. I love Leprechaun because it's not a bad. I mean, it's a bad horror movie, but it's not Puppet Master. It's like good.
Yeah.
You know,
I would say it's good.
It's got fucking the dude who plays Derek Morris in Saved by the Bell as her dad. It's got the dude who plays the stripper student from Summer School in it. It's got the dude from fucking Teen Wolf and Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And it's got the kid from Mr. Nanny with Hulk Hogan. And Jennifer Aniston's debut. Introducing. If this was her first movie, she gets top bill with Warwick Davis. Get out of here. I don't believe it at all.
You know what's great about Leprechaun is it does such a great job, and we're talking about the first one, folks.
Yeah, we're talking about the first one.
We haven't watched the second one yet.
I just remember it being awesome.
But the great thing about it is the perfect combination of funny and scary.
Definitely. It's like the Leprechaun is seriously like out of nowhere.
And cheesy.
Very, 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 very
funny,
cheesy.
You get scary, you get cheesy, and it all blends together.
You get
perfectly with Warwick Davis tying it all up.
You get LA Gears with 2 pairs of shoelaces. I mean, you get all the great fashion of the 80s in this movie.
Agreed.
I mean, there's really nothing, like you said. Everything you said about the first about the Leprechaun is so, I mean, perfect. What else can you say about the movie? The one-liners. One of my favorite parts is when he's counting the gold and he's like, "Ooh, 96, ooh, 97." Yeah. At that point, wouldn't you feel in your hand that you're missing a coin when you're that close to 100?
Yeah.
He goes 99 and then he's like, "Where's the 100th coin?"
Which is where the cheesy comes in.
That's what I mean.
And it's so perfect.
Nobody tricks a leprechaun.
But you didn't know you were 2 away from 100.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, it was a chip. That's what I thought. Oh. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, the kid, the guy swallowing the coin.
That was so...
Them finding the gold?
Dude.
People don't realize how great Leprechaun is. I'm going to say it right now.
The fucking slingshot scene of the gum with the 4-leaf clover into his fucking mouth.
Oh, my God. The scene in the hospital?
Oh, when he's chasing her on the wheelchair?
Yeah.
Oh, and O'Grady is in the fucking...
Yeah, she thinks she's talking to... Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Let's watch Leprechaun. Holy shit.
No, we got to watch Leprechaun 2, sadly.
Yeah.
Not sadly. Like I said, it's my favorite thing to say, like I said. I'm stoked to see it. I'm glad that we're doing this.
Me too. Let's get on it, though.
All right. Leprechaun 2, we'll be back with what our thoughts are and just a tiny bit stoner. All right, we're back. Maybe not a little more stoned, maybe a lot more tired. Leprechaun 2.
I don't even know what to say.
I know now why I've never seen the other ones.
You know, the sad thing is I think Leprechaun in the Hood is probably better than Leprechaun 2.
Really?
Yeah.
How could you go from... how good one really was, it got you engulfed into that story. It's a stupid fucking story. Yeah. This guy comes back from Ireland in a fucking limo and you cash out some of those fucking coins. But yet we're like, you're into it. It was so fucking great. It wasn't great just when the Leprechaun was on the screen.
Right.
It was really good through the whole thing. I mean, yeah, I will say 100%. The Leprechaun compared to this is like gold, but like gold. But Leprechaun 2 was so fucking shitty. And now I also know why the only scene that I remember from it is the nudity.
Oh, yeah. Well, and that's a great scene, too.
I mean, not only for the nudity, but for the way the guy gets killed.
Yeah. If the leprechaun wasn't in the scene, it was shit.
He's laughing in the background like he's some weird voyeur jerking off. It's
well,
fucking...
and that's the thing. It's like half of the time he's in it, you're not really feeling it.
You're not feeling the leprechaun beat? Oh, the nudity.
Well,
like he's ruining it for you?
I'm just saying half the time that the leprechaun has in the movie, it's not that good.
I loved it. Oh, the other parts without the leprechaun?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Everything else just fucking sucked. Like the story is just like drawing out. Like it's so fucking bad. No, you do not give a shit about any of these fucking people. In fact, like you celebrate the deaths that happen.
Yeah.
Like Greedy Morty. Greedy Morty was so awesome. And his fucking Jack Clumpets from Seinfeld. Astronaut Pen, that guy. He fucking died because he was so greedy. He wished for the gold, and the leprechaun, made it appear in his stomach. And that was fucking awesome. I love that character, but I also love the way he died, too.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome until the leprechaun dug into his fake stomach.
And there was absolutely no blood. I mean, it's very obvious that the intestines were replaced with the gold. He had to, draw out the blood. It's a lot of fucking work for a leprechaun. Dr. Leprechaun. Warwick Davis plays fucking Wicket. He plays Willow. Or not Willow. Willow's adopted dad. I can't remember his name in Willow. But anyways, he's doing this fucking shit. I get the novelty of it. It's probably pretty fun, but wouldn't you take yourself seriously? I was going to see the movie Blood Rain, and I knew it was going to be bad, but I was like, Ben Kingsley's in it. It can't be that bad. Well, sometimes people do need paychecks, too.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine anyone other than Warwick Davis in that role.
Well, there's no little person that could play that fucking role at all. I mean, there is, but
Granted, it's not the biggest selection to choose from.
Yeah, that's so true. Vern Troyer hasn't jumped the scene yet. He wasn't mini-me. 1994, by the way. This was 1994.
Yeah. But at the same time, how fucking perfect is he?
He's great.
As the leprechaun.
I love the fact that he can humor himself and he's fucking laughing about everything all the fucking time. And the fact that he rhymes constantly.
Don't get it twisted, guys. This movie fucking sucks.
It's so terrible. I like you said, I don't think I ever want to watch it again.
Right. I would watch that nudie scene on repeat.
I mean, if you take all the leprechaun scenes, this movie's fucking awesome because it started out great.
Yeah.
Which, back to the nudie scene, that's why I only remember that scene. It was fucking awesome.
2 fan blades going.
And then this guy's going in to motorboat those boobies, and then he gets his face fucking just torn up by lawnmower blades. Right. Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Let's start. Yeah, the death scenes were so fucking cool. Running over that cop too in the go-kart again. Where the fuck did this go-kart come from? I mean, there's so many things that I didn't want to forget that I'm starting to remember now, thank God. But he runs over that cop with this go-kart. Lawnmower blade death, pot of gold death. Who else did he kill? He ripped a dude's finger off in the middle of the fucking street in front of everybody. A dude's right behind him, doesn't say shit. This movie could have ended it's an hour and 25-minute movie, could have been 15.
I did like that. That was a great moment where he just grabs his finger and fucking rips it off his hand.
Yeah, and he's like, finger looking good. I just fucking love that shit that he laughs about him. He doesn't take himself seriously. He's just a normal guy.
Yeah.
He's just having fun. We didn't talk about the shoes from the first one when we did their opening. And I was hoping I wouldn't forget it, and I'm glad I remembered it. That part was so fucking funny.
In the first one. Yeah.
How the fuck are we going to get away from the leprechaun? I got an idea. He's a shoemaker. Let's throw the fucking shoes. Throw him. He'll be distracted. Oh, I got to clean this red pump.
Easy peasy. Adds to the story.
I mean,
distracts the leprechaun.
It was fucking great. Oh, speaking of distraction, what about all the fucking misdirection they had with is this the leprechaun? leprechaun?
Yeah.
Is it not?
There were at least 3. I can't remember them right now.
The 2 that I remember is the dog at the go-kart office.
Right.
And when Cody's peeing in the bathroom and you see the feet of another little person and it's like the leprechaun shoes, but you're like, that's not the leprechaun because his shoes don't fit. Like this guy bought, I should have thought sooner to buy my outfit. All they got is size 12. I need a size 8. So I'll get that. He didn't even put matchbooks in the back to fill that gap. So he's just fucking walking around on flip-flops all day. What were the other things that the gold. So the first one, Teen Wolf dude swallows the gold, right?
Yeah.
So they kill the leprechaun. Now all they got to do is wait for him to take a poop. There's the gold. Yeah. And also, is he going to be able to pass that, or is that going to plug up his beehole? And then he's going to have to go get surgery to get that shit removed. And then this one, they defeat the leprechaun. They have a piece of gold. Dude's like, this is more trouble than it's worth. Fucking throws it in the grass. He could have had the start of a great future right there.
Exactly.
And also, if you're a guide for horror tours, don't you think that like dropping a thing of the leprechaun near the dead leprechaun, that it could potentially bring him back to life?
Yeah.
I mean, this is 1994. Right. There's tons of sequels this guy could have watched.
You expect his hand to come out and grab it or some shit.
And then nothing.
Disappear.
Nothing.
It can disappear. That would be way better.
And then you hear the leprechaun laugh.
Yeah.
Or something.
Right.
But
the end.
These 2 walk off and that's it.
But you were talking about the tour that the kids given in the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
That scene lasted so fucking long.
Well, the producers are like, we got a Howard. We gotta give him as many lines as we can.
I guess.
And maybe Clint Howard, but it's a Howard nonetheless.
Yeah. Now you might argue with me, but I would say that one of your favorite scenes.
The booby scene?
No, the pot of gold appearing in his stomach.
Yeah.
I would say that's not as good as the anticipation of whether or not he's going to get it out of his stomach in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Just
that scene fucked me up when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And it kind of fucked me up when I was a teenager when he's like slashing at his face with the buckle. It's so fucking scary. This one didn't have any of those scary moments. In fact, it had all the cheese. There was no scare tactic. It was all fucking cheese.
All cheese and not good cheese half the time.
No.
There were a few times you and I laughed out loud, but the fact of the matter is, unless Leprechaun was on the screen, we were talking, and when Leprechaun was on the screen, we were shutting the fuck up.
That's so
true. Because
there
was something to pay attention to.
Right, yeah. Even if it was to make a silly comment about it, it was still more fucking interesting and more fun. So the first one, they kill him to the point where he's like melted, basically. And he pops out of the well. I want me gold.
Oh, yeah, right.
And then he falls back down.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did this one come from?
Yeah.
Right?
That's a good fucking
Like,
question.
how the fuck... So he dies in this one again. He explodes in this one. He blows up. How the fuck does he come back to get to the hood?
Yeah.
Like, is this a Earth 2 kind of situation where it's like, or is it a different leprechaun and they're all like this?
Right. I have no fucking idea.
I mean, why didn't they touch that in the beginning with the opening scene of like Ireland in whatever time it was? Let's talk about that. So he's going to marry O'Shady's. I love the fucking racist Irish names, you know. His daughter, because it's his 1000th birthday. So wouldn't that mean it's the year 1000, maybe? Or something, right? So then O'Shady saves his daughter's soul by saying, God bless you. And he's like, God damn it, now I got to wait another 1,000 years to have a wife, right?
Right.
So this movie's in 1994. So he was 1,000 years old in 994. So he was born in like 6 BC. I'm fucking blowing your
right.
mind here
Yeah,
right now.
you're right.
It makes absolutely no sense. No
Doesn't.
sense whatsoever. So are you trying to tell me this is the year 2000 and Sister Act 2 just came out? Because that's what's on the marquee in Hollywood in this fucking movie. So I mean, these questions don't need to be answered because there's no answer to them. But this is flaw in movie making sequels.
Yeah, it's I mean, it doesn't really take anything from the first one, other than the rules when it comes to
how to
him
kill it and stuff. Yeah, I love that wrought iron shit. Like anytime he touched it, it got like red hot.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool. When he was inside the safe and everything was like zap, 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 zap. It's like, dude, just take your jacket off and sit down on it and just wait it out.
Yeah.
You lived inside that crate with the 4-leaf clover on top of it before you were turned into a skeleton mush.
Right.
This is like, you're used to this by now. And then he's in LA, and then the first one they're in New Mexico or some shit like that. I don't get this timeline, but I'm going to assume that it's a different Leprechaun.
And what's with the wishes?
Yeah, I thought only like genies granted wishes. I thought only leprechauns had to give you their goals.
Because there was nothing in the first one about wishes, right?
No. There's just that he had to show you where his gold is if you caught him. And that's it. What happens if you spend it all? Like you get the gold, you get the pot that he had from Spirit Halloween that he used for Jolly Ranchers, which if you watch this movie, that'll make sense to you.
It's awful.
And you go to a coin collector out here on Mulberry by that 7-Eleven in Old Town, and you go, how much can you give me for this? I just want to get rid of them. I want this thing out of my life, but I want money for it. And he's like, okay, here's, whatever dollars. And then the leprechaun comes from you, and you're like, I got your gold. Yeah, that guy's got it. Like, why don't you just fucking do that? It's like,
well, he's still gonna kill you.
I mean, that's true. That's true. There's the flaw in my plan. Maybe there's a way that we can cut a deal. Like I'll help you find your gold.
Oh, there you go.
But I don't have your gold.
I'll tell you where it is.
I'll tell you where
I spent it. You can go kill them.
But meanwhile, the gold guy is distributing the coins himself.
Yeah.
Because why not, right?
Well, he could be like...
He's selling it to collectors.
Could be like, all right, this is where I spent the first coin. Go get it, come back. I'll tell you where I spent the second coin.
There you go. There you go. And then that gives you time to develop a plan on how to kill him.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. Because he can't kill you if you keep one. Yeah. So you just wear it around your neck. Like Frodo wore the ring.
Right.
We figured this out.
I love it.
Leprechaun 9 coming out in 10 years.
I mean, why'd we come up with that so quickly? And it sounds so good.
So much better than the second one.
So much better.
Why did they even bother? It's like you take a great idea, you run with it, and you just turn it into shit.
It was so bad that I do feel we're going to have to do multiple Leprechaun sequels in the future.
Oh, I won't mind hitting In the Hood.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Ice-T. He's so cool.
Oh, and In Space. I mean, we just have to see how ridiculous they get with it. But I do think In the Hood is better than Part 2.
As never seeing it, I don't know. But if it's anything like 2...
I'm sure there's nudity.
I mean, there has to be. There's nudity, but there's no curse words other than stuck up, bitch.
And that's just it. There wasn't in the first one. This one didn't have any of the charm.
No, Jennifer Aniston dropped some F-bombs.
Oh, did she?
I'm pretty sure she did. Jennifer Annie.
Yeah.
Pre-surgery.
Yeah. It's quite the nose.
But
I like it.
Yeah, it didn't have anything. I mean, if you're not going to have curse words, have some gore. Like, what was this rated? PG?
Yeah.
To have bitch in it, and that's it?
Exactly. Titties. Face getting ripped off.
Bitch and titties. All right, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
You ready to read what people want to say about number 1?
Let's do it.
All right, what is your IMDb rating for this movie?
Oh, Jesus.
What are you going to give it?
I'm going to give it a... I gave Grease 2 a 2.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 2.
You're going to give it a 2? Yeah. I give it a 4.
Would you?
Yeah, if it weren't for the Leprechaun, with how fun it was. I mean, he was in it a lot more than the first one.
4? You're giving this...
I'm going to give
this movie a 4?
Out of 10. It's not like it's...
Mike, you're going back on everything we discussed in that previous episode.
When we did our ratings?
When it comes to ratings.
Okay, I have to...
4?
Okay, I'll give it a 3.
Were you... let me ask you a question. Were you on your phone?
Not really.
Not at all?
I mean, once or twice.
Right.
Once or twice.
Did it keep you engaged?
When the Leprechaun was on the screen.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
And you're giving it a
That's
4?
why I'm giving it a 4, because of the Leprechaun himself.
I might be able to go as high as a 3, and it's only because of the Leprechaun, but even then...
See, I'd go down a 3. I'd go down to 3.
Yeah.
I'd give it a 3 because the Leprechaun's great, but he's not in it as much as he could. Like I said, that opening, the whole prologue, the whole like, this is the Leprechaun in, his gear from the beginning of time. Yeah. I feel like with how long those opening credits were when it was going through the time, the tree, it could have showed the world changing around him, not fucking following different fucking women from O'Shady's gene pool.
Right.
Like, I mean,
not even visually entertaining.
No, not at all. It was so fucking boring. It was like a Grease 2 song. It just kept going.
Yeah.
All right, 3 it is. So before I get to 3s, let me get to the 1s. And there's 2. There's only 2.
Only 2 1s. Wow.
2 user reviews. Now, I'm going to assume out of 9,885 people rating this movie, these 2 people felt pretty passionately about how much they hated it. This one is from March 20th, and the other one is from March 20th as well, in 2009 and 2013. So guess what?
It's my birthday, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm going to assume these are St. Patrick's Day views.
Yeah, no kidding.
Even being drunk won't help you to enjoy this movie. Is back again. That's how it starts. Even being drunk won't help you to enjoy this movie. Is back again. This movie was nowhere near as decent as the first one, which was just about decent with fun factor put in there. Did we write this? I guess we might have taken this person's review and just given our own. This movie did not have any fun factor that first movie had. The lead girl is in this movie, which Wide Eyes and Scream, which was way over the top.
Let me just say I like the girl.
She was annoying.
Not
was
just her
terrible.
titties. I really did like her. I would watch her in a movie with no titties.
I could see her evolving as an actress.
Yeah.
After that, I knew I was in Tough Ride, as that was first scenes. As the movie went on, I got bored of it. I think this review was written by a drunk person. I left the movie on and started doing another things as well. I don't think there was one scenes that I actually liked in this movie. The acting was really bad in this movie, as were the effects and the dull plot. 1 out of 10. This is where Sirius stopped for me. This is where series stopped. I guess he said serious is what he was probably meaning. Even had 3 beers before this movie. Was drinking my 4th beer while it was on. That didn't even help. Wow. I mean, it's bad, but...
Are there any 10s?
There's a 10.
Let's do an 8 again, because this is another movie you and I can agree that if you're giving it a 10, you got to be fucking around.
Here's a 6 one. 10 out of 10 from 2006. Not even March. It was from September. This is like a late bloomer for St. Patty's Day. This movie is fun. A great flick to catch. I own all the Leprechaun movies, and I like to watch them and then put them away and watch them like a year or 2 years later. But this is a great horror movie. It has a good plot, story, fun remarks, surpluses of gore, terror, violence, etc. The leprechaun gets a bride and kills many to get his coin back. But in the meantime, while the bride's boyfriend has the coin and fights the leprechaun in its evil domain under a tree, you have to catch this. It's great. Distributed by Vidmark. Entertainment. Rated R for horror, violence, gore, and some nudity. Rodman Flender does a great job directing this flick, and I give him him respect for his job.
What the fuck?
I didn't have time to stop and make a remark because there was no period in there at all. That was a 10.
That was a 10.
That was a 10.
3.
You want a 3? All right, let's go for a 3. Let's go with some people who feel the way we do. And this is a very, very, very long one, which I will not read.
We'll make this the last one.
Bad, but yet strangely compelling, from December 28th, 2005. I watched this film and its predecessor, Leprechaun. I love the predecessor. Like, okay, professor. Back to back, whilst feeling unwell at Christmas. Oh, you didn't have a good Christmas, buddy. I bet he asked for all the Leprechaun movies and only got the first 2. I have to say that the quality of the production of the sequel is far better than that of the first one, presumably because of a larger budget. The quality of acting is better than in the first film, with the exception of Jennifer Aniston. It couldn't be any worse. The story is slightly better, too, although there are a number of continuity issues between the first and the second film.
The story is slightly better? Really?
I don't think the Leprechaun hunting for a bride is more of a compelling story. The whole thing about the Leprechaun is he's going after his gold. And the only reason why he's going after his gold in this one is because he misplaced one. Yeah. It wasn't like anyone fucking stole it from him. I lost my coin. Shit, my mom's going to get mad at me again.
Right.
It was like so stupid. Especially considering that the Leprechaun himself is the same character actor in both films. The second film is also much more bloodthirsty than the first, and the Leprechaun seems to harm more people, whether or not they have any of his precious gold. Yeah, that's true. He just killed people specifically to get their gold. I love how it says spoiler warnings. Like, I don't feel like anything has been spoiled.
Spoiled.
Except for this dude's fucking Christmas.
For 1994's Leprechaun 2.
Whether or not there is something about the film which is appealing, but I have no idea what it is. I'll tell you what it is, buddy. It's those fucking lawnmower blade titties.
It's the fucking Leprechaun.
Yeah, I mean, like, as soon as it started, like, all that shit started flooding back to me, like, remembering, you know, I was calling out death scenes and things like that.
You're like, oh, this is what happens.
Yeah, I'm like that fucking guy who ruins a movie. I'm that guy who...
Talk about spoiler warnings, Mike, throughout the whole fucking film.
Yeah, it's like you're trying to watch Big Lebowski for the first time, and you're fucking sitting here quoting it before the
This
quote's
is where he
even
rips
happened.
off his finger.
Did I say that? I did say that, yeah. When he fucking, like, pulled out his card. Oh, I'm businessman. Here's my card. And the Leprechaun's like, I want
That's
your gold.
his daughter.
I did do that. I'm an asshole.
It's a Leprechaun, too.
Did I? It's a Leprechaun 2 kind of thing. Leprechaun 2.
So we giving this movie a 3?
A 3 it'll be. I don't ever want to watch this again.
Is that what we're going to do from now on? We can't end the episode until we agree on a rating for a movie?
Yeah, that would be kind of fun. Like, if I feel a little bit more passionately about
it's
it.
All
you have to,
subjective, though.
Yeah, that's very true. But but you see other things that I don't see.
Right.
You know, so it's like, I see this cool, like, anarchy sign drawn in the back of the bathroom, but you have, like, you know, well, maybe they put that there because, you know, the leprechaun is a symbol of chaos. And
you know what I saw in this movie?
What's that? Titties?
That they must not have had a fucking cinematographer.
Oh my god, that was the other thing. The way they fucking shot this,
It's like a home movie. It was like a television show.
They're in the bar and the leprechaun gets away, and then Morty's like, Cody, go see where he went. And he goes outside, looks left, looks right. Oh, they always tell me to look left again. Yeah. And he looks left, but it was shot in fucking first person.
Right.
Like and it wasn't cut. The camera was whooshing fucking around, like giving you a fucking headache while you're watching the movie. Yeah, thumbs down, man.
Yeah, it was weird. I think the only shot I liked in the movie, other than that kill scene with the titties, which we'll mention again because why not?
That's the other thing this movie had going for it.
Would be the running at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that was really
Shady
cool.
or whatever it was.
Yeah, that was really cool.
That looked nice, I guess.
I wonder if like shots from like that are inspired by like the evil from Evil Dead, when it's like zooming through the forest and shit, because you really see that in like horror movies when something's supposed to be moving really quickly, and it always feels like Evil Dead.
Yeah,
which we talked about earlier. Evil Dead 2 is not a sequel. Evil Dead 2 is a remake of the first one. So if we were to ever do a sequel to Evil Dead, it would have to be Army of Darkness, because that's the direct sequel to Evil Dead 2.
Yeah.
Which I would be down for.
Let's fucking do it.
I'm
ready for some Army of Darkness.
I watched
that shit.
I watched it recently, so really all I got to do is watch Evil Dead 2, because I fucking love that movie. That movie's so good.
Yeah.
I need something to cleanse my palate after this fucking bullshit I just gurgled down my mouth.
Need to watch Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas or something.
That didn't have a sequel, though, did it?
No, it didn't.
No.
That's what I'm saying. I really need to cleanse the fucking palate.
I might watch Leon the Professional to cleanse mine. I love that movie. The movie's so good. All right, this is not about good movies. This is about bad movies. And everyone, thanks for listening. Well, not bad movies, just sequels in general.
Yeah, this one was bad.
A lot of the times we get into stinkers, but anyways, thanks for listening.
We're on a roll with stinkers. Leprechaun, Grease 2. What do we watch?
Puppet Master 2.
Puppet Master 2. Fuck.
So
next week it's got to be good.
Army of Darkness.
Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're deciding?
I mean, there's no Thanksgiving sequels.
In the following week, we're doing Kill Bill.
Yeah, we're gonna do Kill Bill 2.
Right.
But we're gonna watch we're gonna watch Kill Bill 1 and 2 together, and then do the episode.
It's gonna be a big episode, folks.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty stuff.
It's gonna blow your fucking mind. Sequilibrium!
I want me gold!
Okay.